How do you get the cheapest volume in possible? The cheapest possible volume. I figured let's take the bar for 100. One of you guys also mentioned this in one of your comments, one of the comments in the last few days. I can't remember which video, but one of you guys said just take take the bar and do it for 100 reps. And so this morning I kind of walked in and I thought, man, I'm feeling tired. Last few days I've kind of worked hard, heaps of volume, heaps of back offsets with decent weight. And so I thought, okay, so I'm going to come in here today. I'm going to take the bar for 100 reps. This whole set took 5 minutes or something like this. And they did 100. I think around 100. I think even more than 100. Yeah, I got a pump, of course. I got a massive pump. And then after this, I basically did singles all the way up to 190. So I did 60 for one, 100 for one, 140 for one, 160 for one, 180 for one, and 190 for one. And that was the workout for the squat portion. I wanted something light and something that's still going to got the blood running around and, all that good stuff that happens when you move around. So, some people go for a hike, some people go for a walk. I'll take the bar for 100. Basically, that was kind of the reasoning behind this. Last few days, man, I've worked hard, very hard. So the one in that new gym, the black gym with all those, pictures on the walls, that, man, I was feeling that. I got home after that workout, had some food, and I crashed, man. I basically fell asleep for 2 hours with the kiddies. I was spent. And so I knew after that my body was basically, spent. And I knew the following day has to be a clever one. So I still wanted to get the blood rolling because the blood is the life force, man. You get the blood in, nutrients come in. You get the blood in, around the place, the waste products go out. So you need circulation. And so what you're seeing here is a basically 5-minute set. I remember Tom Platz being interviewed a few years ago. I can't remember the guy's name. He was a bodybuilder as well. They were sitting by kind of next to a pool. And the question was to Tom, what is better, high reps or heavy weight? And his response, I've kind of remembered, he basically said both. You want to take heavy weight for high reps. And I know that sounds silly, and he said the same thing. He's like, I know this sounds silly, but he wanted to take 4 or 5 for 10, and then he took 4 or 5 for 20, and then he wanted to take 4 or 5 for 30, and I think he took 4 or 5 for 50 or something like this. Don't quote me on that, but it was like some stupid amount of reps with 180 kilos. Whatever. I think 102 kilos, 103 kilos, whatever it is. So that is an absurd amount of volume. That is absurd amount of cardiovascular conditioning to be able to be under the weight for such a long time. Now, if you guys have never tried the 20 reps squat program and milk, that's what it's called, I highly recommend you even read the book. Read that book, Milk and Squat Routine or program or something like this. It is a beast of a program. It is basically the number one way to get somebody strong real quick. You basically take your 10 rep max and you do it for 20 reps. Now, this makes no sense to me, and it didn't at the time, and it probably doesn't make sense to you either. How do you take a 10 rep max and do it for 20? Well, you do your 10 reps, and then you pray to Jesus, you pray to Allah, you pray to whoever you want to pray, and then you do another rep. And then you take another big breath, and then you do another rep. Basically, these sets take like 3 minutes, because like you're buying time, you're resting with the bar on your back at the top. So you never rack the weight, but you just basically fight it out, essentially. Rep at a time, or 2 reps at a time, whatever you can do. And it's basically the number one way of getting big, getting strong. And obviously you need a lot of calories for that, because that is an all-out brutal regimen to do. And so they recommend like half a gallon of milk a day or something stupid like this. That part I never tried, because I just feel like anything, of that quantity is not going to be healthy. And so what I did, I kind of modified it like I always do. I did this like 6 or 7 months ago, 8 months ago, something like this now. Time's flying. Where I was doing this every other day during the Squat Everyday program. And I was just doing that. But instead of taking a 10 rep max, I just went and I kind of reverse engineered it. And I went, okay, I'm going to take 100 kilos for this session. If I get 20, then the next workout I'm going to get 110. And if I get 110 for 20, then the following workout I'll get 120. And I kept going. Basically, I stopped at 140. The best I ever got with 140, I think it was 17 reps from memory. But basically, the whole thing there is like, with 140, I think my plan was do 5 reps, couple of breaths, do 3 reps, couple of breaths. Basically, it is brutality. That's the best way I can explain it. It's a bloodbath. I remember feeling anxious before these sets. It is like terrifying because you're going to go through hell. So that took a big toll out of me. And around that time, I hit the 200 kilo squat. Not surprisingly, man. You're just working so damn hard. The trouble with that is that I do shift work, right? And so some of those days I would come in after a night shift and it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like after a night shift with 5-6 hours sleep, supposed to go in there and do that. So maybe it works for you, somebody that kind of has like a better routine in life, but for me, it was just impossible. But basically the reason why I'm telling you is that 20 reps will get you strong. Make no mistake about it. Getting stronger at any rep range will carry over to 1 rep max. It's just the 1 rep max, the 2 rep max, 3 rep max, whatever. It is a skill and you need to practice it. So if you spend 3, 4, 5, 6 months just working with 10 reps, that doesn't mean you haven't gotten stronger. If the 10 rep max or the 20 rep max is going up, you just need to peak and you will have a stronger 1 rep max. This idea that strength is only built here and there, everywhere, blah, 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 blah. I don't buy that, because historically speaking, for me, every single time I've put in volume, I've gotten stronger. Same thing with the bench press. It's just my experience. So even on days where you feel tired, I feel you can come in and squat the bar. I mean, you don't have to squat the bar for 100. You can squat the bar for whatever. Just get the blood going. There's no tension with just the barbell. It's basically a glorified bodyweight squat. You're just getting circulation going. And I think there's value in that. And so for this session today, I didn't feel like fighting with heavy weight for heaps of reps. So I just thought I'll just do the bar. And then what you're seeing here, I think this is 160. I wanted to recover my metabolic kind of self, but I still wanted to hit some sort of practice of the heavier weights. This stuff doesn't fatigue me at all, like nothing. It's 1 freaking rep, man, and it's like, what's that going to do, man? 1 rep. It doesn't do anything really. I'm not even pushing 100%. Like, fair enough if I was going for my 100% 1 rep max, that would change it. But that's basically what I did today. So this is 180. From memory, this moved kind of alright. It gave me the confidence to go to 190 basically. So let's have a look how this looked on camera. Nice. It always looks nice on camera. It looks like I can do that for 5, 6, 7 reps. Anyway, so 190 here. This was a good one. I tried to limit the bounce off the bottom. It wasn't a pause, but it wasn't like a fire up straight away as soon as I hit the bottom. It was kind of like ease into it. Yeah. That kind of moved alright as well. I'll probably have 200 in me, of course. I feel this way, but anyway. So that's that. And then after that, basically what I did is, well, you know me, I believe in volume now. So not happy with how the bench was going with the closed grip bench stuff that I was doing. So I thought, let's just do my natural grip for the bench. And I did 5 sets of 30 with the bar, and I did 10 sets of 10 with 60 kilos. So you're seeing a few of those sets of 60 kilos. And then after I did all of that, I went across and I did 80 for 1, 100 for 1, 110 for 1, and I left it there. And that was it. Oh, my apologies. After that, then I did an AMRAP set. Not an AMRAP, so I did basically 60 kilos for 20 reps, which I basically took it for a ride. So that's what I'm doing. So squat bench one day, squat deadlift another day. Squat bench another day, squat deadlift another day. That's the template right now that I'm running with. And then I'll basically just put out fires as they come up. So if something starts playing up, say my shoulders or my back starts to hurt or whatever, then I'll introduce some pull-ups or whatever. But for right now, I'm going to push this as far as I can, this template, see how it goes. But that's the thinking right now. Basically, I'm a minimalist, and I'm always going to try and to do minimal amount of exercise selection and see how the body responds. Because when you're squatting every day, you can't afford to just throw volume in bicep curls, tricep extensions, flies, bench, pull-ups, rows. It's just too much. Like, if you do all of that, you're not going to improve anyway, because there's just so much to recover from. That's kind of why minimalism makes sense to me. So that's 110. rather comfortable. And then I stripped it back down to 60 and I took this for a ride. I got 20 here. The last few reps, I felt my chest definitely fatigue. Touch and go, whatever, no biggie. Don't have to pause these. It's lightweight, just pumping it out. You guys can appreciate why volume works. Yeah, some people, man, like they just look at weights and they put on mass. For me, I have to do volume, and I'm never going to be big because I'm natural. But this is healthy because this kind of gets blood in there, takes care of my joints, and it makes me stronger. It makes me feel stronger. So that's basically it. Volume on the squat, volume on the bench press, and that was the session. 2 exercises today. All right, guys. That's it for another video today. So that's 2 videos today. I did the Q&A and now this one. That's all I got for you guys. All right. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.